Hey there, Capricorn. It's Jen here. Thanks for joining me. This card flew out flew out of the deck for you. So this is a reading for Capricorn for August. And just a reminder, we have on August 8th a new moon in the sign of Leo. And on August 22nd, a full moon in Aquarius. So the moons haven't really been jumping out for me. Lots of times there are different moons in the cards, whether full moon or whatever. But I feel like that one wants to come out. They haven't really been playing too much of a role. This guy's been coming out a lot though, and I love it. It's wonderful. So I would say in some ways, you are one of the most entrepreneurial of the earth signs. Being a cardinal sign, you're a little more comfortable with pushing things forward, with doing things that maybe shake your foundation a little, make it a little unsteady. But it's an illusion, right? That's fear-based thinking that if we don't cling to how things have been, it's scary. It's the unknown. And yes, it is the unknown, but that doesn't mean it's bad or it's going to be negative. It can be good just as much as it can be bad, as long as you have solid thinking behind it, and you 100% do. So what does the Magician tell us? The Magician card says, hey, you were born with everything you need. We all have cups energy, the emotional energy, the swords, the thoughts, the pentacles, the earth energy, like you guys, and the water, the emotions. Did I get everyone? The fire, the passion, the motivation to actually take action on things. And the Magician is made up of those signs. And it's saying you are literally born with everything you need. You have everything you need right now to manifest what you want to manifest. And if our brain is saying, oh, but you have college to pay for, you have a mortgage to pay for, you have loans to pay for, you have to save for retirement. It's not that any of those things are not true, but it doesn't mean that you still can't do that moving forward with manifesting the life you want and these ideas. I feel like you have an idea for something, but something's holding you back. Was it you who last month got the, I'm hearing this again. You put your peanut butter in my chocolate. I got my chocolate in your peanut butter. It's like a Reese's peanut butter cup. I'm gonna go with that one. Commercial. So it's almost like some seemingly two things that don't seem to fit actually fit, like Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg. But it's actually a perfect fit. It just requires some different thinking. And the courage, which is also the fire signs, which we have a new moon in Leo on August 8th, the courage to do it. The Two of Wands says, all right, we only have so much energy. Okay, he does have the world in his hand. Where are you expending this energy? What things are you worrying about? What things are you trying to handle and manage that maybe you technically don't even, if it's not you, you really don't have any way to control other things, other people. What do I want? And I feel like you're like, no, it's so selfish, Jen. I can't. But what do you want? And maybe this is reminding me of Glennon Doyle, and how she had to, I'm probably going to butcher this whole story, but basically when she met her wife, how am I going to break up my family and I need to sacrifice, I need to stay in something. And then she realized that actually following what was authentic for her brought everyone else up and empowered them. So there's something maybe that you're so worried about other people, but maybe it's what they need too. That seemed to fit. Here's the moon, because I was just saying the moon hasn't been coming out. So the full moon on August 22nd in Aquarius. So you're the Aquarius is the sign after you guys. There must be immutable water, immutable air sign. That could be timing for you. The moon card is interesting because when we strike out on something new, it's so I don't know if you've been outside under a full moon, right? Especially I think in the winter, because it even adds this whole layer of things sound and feel different. But even anywhere, any season, if you're out in a full moon at night, your senses are heightened. They're different because we rely on our eyesight so much, but we have to, our other senses kick in. And sometimes they serve us well, and sometimes they don't. So thinking of our eyesight, we can see weird the moon casts these shadows, and we can't see clearly what is it, what are we looking at. So there's some fear there. There's some distortion, but there's also exhilaration and excitement and our other senses coming in and the awakening of other parts of ourselves that come into the process, come into the mix when we're somewhere where we can't rely on something we've relied on for so long. We've relied on before, and pushing us to lean into that discomfort, because it doesn't mean it's bad. It's just, I shouldn't even say discomfort. It's different, a difference. The Hanged Man. This could be something you've really been mulling over on some level over the quarantine, the pandemic. Or something about the pandemic allowed you to realize something was a possibility, or put things in such a perspective that you're like, why am I waiting? Why the fuck not? Why am I not doing what I truly want to do? Why am I still tied to these other things? I know what I want to do, and I know I can do it with that magician. Excuse me. So August, for some reason, may be the month that you really are ready to push forward. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, there's the adult in your head going, but what if it doesn't work? How I have a family potentially. I have a staff. I have whatever. If it doesn't work, it can not only affect me, it can affect others, and that's a very powerful fear based motivation. Is what about other people? Because if it's just us and we're taking the risk, well, it's only us we're responsible for. So if it goes wrong, well, it's on me. But once you start bringing others into the mix, then it becomes a little more, that fear's a little more strong and a little more real, right? But this is also a card of boundaries. Sometimes we have too strong boundaries and cling to things for security that really don't bring us security. And other times we're too loose with our boundaries. So this is, there may be some sort of boundaries that need to come up or be set down. Sorry. Oh, so your bonus card that came out is I've been rewatching Game of Thrones. It looks like, actually, he looks better. It looks like the Targaryen. Daenerys's brother that's alive during the show, that basically sells her off to Khal Drogo. He's a sniveling little shit. Oh, he's such a horde. There's so many characters on that show that you just fucking hate. But the Five of Swords is different thoughts, different opinions, different ideas. Okay, so what I'm getting is kind of that two things that go along. You think, oh, well, we're not on the same page, or they think differently, but maybe that different perspective is going to add, it will add to the flavor. Just like um, it's totally been proven that diversity in a workplace, for example, elevates elevates the company. It's a positive thing. It just is, because we get people coming in from different perspectives and different cultures and different ideas and different ways they were brought up, and it just adds to the perspective, and the more people that are thinking about things and bringing ideas, the better it can be, right? I'm really sorry. I have a little scratch in my throat. I apologize. King of Cups, right by that moon. There could be a Pisces in the mix, or a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. This is a mature water sign. This is a water sign that feels their feelings, but they don't let it rule them. So if they're feeling that fear, that comes along with any sort of change, it's like, yep, this is scary. I'm feeling a little scared, but it doesn't mean that those feelings are real and that this truly is scary. And so I need to just be okay with feeling that way while I push forward. Three of Swords. I feel, okay, someone's feelings may get hurt. And I think it's temporary, and I think it's a fear-based reaction, and that they are not truly understanding what you're saying, and that you are not leaving. They see the differences, how I don't fit in. How would I fit into that? That isn't me. Whereas you see, no, the fact that you don't think you fit in is the beauty of it, and is going to up the game. It's going to elevate things. It's going to add to the foundation of the whole thing. It isn't, you doing this doesn't cancel something else out. Yeah, it's okay to manifest what you want. It's okay to sort of branch out on your own. It doesn't mean you're not, it doesn't mean you're leaving someone behind. It doesn't mean you're not bringing them with you, that they're not factored in. But there's something that you need to do, to lean into, that you really want to do, that if you don't, you will regret. Because it's really that, that magician. Lean into it. Okay, well, that's what I have for you, Capricorn. Thank you for watching. Take care.